Okay. So today we will talk about basically the most debatable topic, and that is uh, free will and versus the fate, or let's say the destiny. In it is generally a norm, or it is generally a prejudice thought that in the West people thinks uh, that you have free will, whatever you want to do with your life, you can do it. And in the East, all these countries like the China, India, and other South Asian countries doesn't believe on the free will, and we believe that everything is totally dependable upon the destiny. Okay. First, you need to understand that both the way is wrong. Okay, both the way is wrong. Nothing is completely decided by the destiny, and nothing is completely decided by a free will. So, any person who thinks that you can change anything in your life because of your free will, this is actually sounds good. This sounds very good because it gives you the power. Okay, it gives you the power. It sounds very good. Okay, you can change anything, whatever you want to be in your life, you can do. So you feel freedom. You feel very free to do anything in your life. But now let's come to the practicality of the life. Okay, there is a difference between having there's a difference between having an idealism and the practicality of that thought in the life. Okay, so just like if you see in your life, can you uh, like everyone, we all have some bad habits, and all know that. Okay, we all have some bad habits, we all know that, and still we are not able to change those habits from the last, like whatever the age we are. Just suppose if I'm 27, so I'm not able to change that habit in the last 27 years. I still do those things. If I am not able to follow a particular diet, if I am not able to follow a particular routine, if I am not able to follow uh, any habit of mine which I want to change, then how I can say that I can do anything in my life? With your free will, you can achieve whatever you want to do. You need to understand that there are some things in your life which is in your control. There are some things in your life which are not in your control. Okay, we are just talking about the general life. I'm not even going to the chart level. I'm just saying there are some things which are in your control and which are not your control. Just you have born in a particular country. Okay, you have born in a particular place. You have born in a particular family. You have got particular parents. This is not in your control. Okay, a child is having, they're the two childs. Child A has very fighting parents. Child B has very responsible and very caretaking parents. Obviously, child A will have more difficult life in terms of the childhood, correct? Because His parents are separating. His parents are on the verge of the divorce. His parents are fighting with each other. Your parents are together. You need to ask now. You need to ask those children or ask those people who have suffered such kind of problems, like who has lost their mothers, who has lost their fathers at the very young age. Just go and ask them like how the life is without the parents, and you still have the parent. Was there is there any fault from the side of the child that he doesn't have a father from his childhood, that his father died very early? He is not able to enjoy his childhood with the presence of a father. Was there a fault of a child there? No. Could he control that event? No. If parents are fighting, just suppose even if no one is dying, okay, if parents are fighting with each other, the negative impact will fall on the kids, okay, and their childhood will get disturbed, their life will get disturbed, their emotions, their thinking about the life, their perspective about the life, everything will get affected. Can the kids can change their parents? You know, can they stop the fighting of their parents? No. You are the kid who is living in the Syria. Okay, the kid who has just born like 3 to 4 years ago. His age is the 4 year. He was living in the Syria. Okay, one day his house got bomb blasted by some terrorists. Was there any fault by that kid?
No.
So the things which you can't control, that's your destiny. And everything you can't change in your life. You need to understand that you can't become a bird when you have born as a fish. So when you have born with a particular talents, just how it applies. So a person came to me and they were asked, she was asking, can I become the writer? I want to become the writer. Okay, let me check your chart. If it says that you can become the writer, then okay, it's good. You can go ahead. I will not. I will obviously support you. So when I looked over the chart, I was not getting any support from any combination, any planets, anything. I'm not getting any support from them. So I just said to her, look, you can do the writing, but I don't think that you will ever able to get some money uh, by doing the writing. I think you can do it as a side or hobby or as a side thing or as a side career, but don't make it as your primary career because everyone needs the money to live on this uh, earth. Okay. So I have said no to her and she got frustrated. She said, oh my God, how can you say that? Why are you demotivating me? I'm not demotivating you. I'm telling you the truth. You go, you try whatever the try you can try hard as you can try. Okay, try to become the writer, make me prove wrong. I am ready to become the wrong for your life. Okay, you can curse me there, you can come there and you can write whatever you want to write about my review. You can write. You try hard as you can. I would be much happy if I will get wrong for any good thing in your life. But go and try. Because why I was saying with that confidence? Because I know how to see where the person can become, the completely opposite person, and which aspects of the life a person can't become anything. You guys ever thought about why Vedic astrology is always focus on the moon? Western astrology always focus on the sun. So what is a sun sign? Vedic astrology always focus on the moon sign. Every person born in India, most of the people will have their names according to their moon sign. You know why? Why they give more importance to the moon rather than the sun? Even instead, because sun is your soul, but still they give more importance to the moon because
Is
moon is your mind. So there is a saying, a good moon is a boon. If you have, just suppose if you have lot of combination of becoming a president of your country, but your moon is highly afflicted, your moon doesn't have any power, you will not able to become a security guard even. There are a lot of people out there in the world who have, great chart. Oh my God, Saturn exalted. Oh, Sun is also very good. Jupiter is good. Everything is good. But still, they are doing the drugs. They are, uh, they're working in the rehab. They are in the prisons. Why?
because
Why
they're
are,
not able to,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're not able to adapt and they're not able to relate to things, and they have a weak mind.
Obviously, they have a weak mind. Doesn't matter. Oh, it is a situation like someone has, like someone is saying, okay, you have won a jackpot. Okay, and the jackpot is that you will get cigarette for your whole lifetime. But I'm not giving you the lighter. You will not able to lighten up your cigarette. So what's the point of winning the jackpot? Moon is your mind. If you don't have a healthy mind, you can't do any fucking thing in this world. There is a very hot girl walking on the road. If I have a healthy moon, I will say, oh my God, she is so beautiful. If I have a bad moon, I, I will think like a pervert there. What is the difference between a rapist and a person who has a high sexual power or high sexual appetite? Only nothing else. A person who has a high sexual appetite and even sleeping with n number of partners, that person is in their senses that whatever I will do with the consent. That's the good moon because he is in his senses that, okay, consent is important. And when the person is not even thinking about the consent, when he turns into the rapist, you have seen, no, you have seen some people who work in a very good position in a company, very good position in an organization, and still they do things like that. Still they do the rape. Why? Because their mood is not actually healthy. And when they get the weakened situation, when they get vulnerable situation, they actually show their true faces. What I'm saying, just when you even look for, the partners for yourself, a lot of people say, oh, I'm a cancer sign, so I should look either the Taurus or something, I should look for this sign, I should look for that sign because we have more compatibility, we have more compatibility. I always say that if you are looking for a partner, look for a better moon partner. A person having a better moon can do anything, will never ever leave you, will never ever do cheat, and will always be more loyal, will always be more into you, because a good moon is there. So this is the first point. Basically, if you have the bad moon, you actually don't have any free will in your life. Okay, we all know that if I will do the gym, my body will get much fitter, much better. I will start making muscles, correct? We all know that pizza is very dangerous for our health. Pizza is unhealthy for our health. But some people are able to follow the diet very regularly, and some people are not. So the same things happens with the free will and the fate. Some people have the ability to follow the free will, and some people doesn't have any ability to follow the free will. Guys, anyone please make your video on so that I can, uh, you know, uh, communicate, because I will feel like I'm talking to myself only. Anyone please open your cam.
I'm
Can anyone
cooking,
open?
so I can't open the camera right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, Liana, and can you open it? Yeah, cool. Uh, so free will is there. Free will is there with everyone. Free will is there with everyone. Just suppose you are very good. Just suppose Liana is there. Okay. So Liana is very good at cooking. Just suppose. Okay. But she is not very good in going the gym or making herself healthy and the fitter. So she will have a particular amount of free will in a particular aspect of her life, not with the every aspect of the life. Are you getting this point?
Yes.
So basically, this is the secret. Everyone has their free will, but in a certain aspects, and that too in the certain amount. It won't be like that. Okay, I also have 90% free will. You also have 90% free will. Everyone has 90% free will. If that would be the case, the world should be the best place in this universe. But that is not. Okay, that is not. First of all, you need to understand free will only applies to certain part of your life. Okay, you can't change or you can't control everything in your life. Everything. Okay, the place you have gone, the family you have got. The family you have got is such a big thing. You know, it actually shaped your whole life. It actually shaped your whole life. The kind of father you have got, the kind of mother you have got, the kind of brother you have got, the kind of sister you have got, the kind of partner you have got. You think you have a choice and you're choosing a partner, but I will show you actually. You don't have that much free will in choosing the partner even. So first you need to understand free will is that, but it is on for the different, it is in the different magnitude for the different people in the different aspects of their life. Just I am very lazy person. I can't go to the gym. Okay, that is beyond my comfortable area. That is not in my even control. Okay, but I have much more free will in other parts of my life, and same is with you guys. Okay, Tiffany can be very much strong in particular area of the life. She can follow a very healthy lifestyle, like a healthy diet. Okay, she can resist herself by not eating the pizza. Okay, but everyone doesn't have that power. I think if you're able to resist the pizza, you have some superpowers. I feel that's a litmus test for having a free will or not. Okay, but you need have, and even you have seen some guys like at the age of 25, till the age of 25, they were living or they were behaving as a completely opposite a person, and some event happened in their life, and they get turned around. They get changed 180-degree. You will see the people who are so fat and you know with their hard work and their dedication, they have just make themselves the fittest body in the world. That's also happened. This actually shows in the chart that this person can do or not. We only look for the trigger point of the life. So if a person comes to me and that girl who was asking like whether I can become the writer or the not, even if she is not writer, but her chart is promising that you can become the writer, I will say you keep trying for to become the writer. One day definitely you will become the writer. Some event will happen around this and this year, this and this month. Some event will happen, and then you will become the writer. Because free will is your choice now. If it is not your choice right now, so somehow it will become your choice, and for that there must be any event will happen in your life. But you know what people actually sells in the today world? Oh my God, don't worry, don't feel down, don't feel down, don't feel demotivated. You can become anything in your life. Okay, if I can become anything in my life, if I can change anything in my life, then I should be the most richest person on this earth. Jeff Bezos should be my employee. Scarlett Johansson should be my girlfriend. And I should own a country. Because it feels good. It feels good when someone say, "Oh, you can become anything you want." You know what is the most my actual mom said one thing in my life, that always take the medicine and the advices from particular reputed people only, to whom you trust actually. So just suppose even if you sing very bad, if a good friend will say, "Look, brother, you sing right now very bad, but I think if you will learn, you will get very good." Okay, that's the true friend who is showing the true potential of you. But someone, no, 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 you are singing very great. You are singing so beautiful. You should go there. This is the most dangerous thing people do with other people. Don't give the fake motivation. Don't give that. That's why I say, if you are coming to consult me, don't expect that I will give you the motivation. I'm not here. I'm not your psychologist. I'm not your psychologist. I'm not going to give you any shoulder to cry on. Oh, you have something bad in your life. You have. There are the three statements. With these statements, every person on this fucking earth can totally relate. You have the first statement is, you do a lot of good to the people, but people doesn't do anything good in the return. People say, yes, I do a lot of good to the people, but in return, I doesn't get any good from the people. People doesn't do that much for me, which I do for them. Second thing statement is, you have uh, you have gone through so much tension or so much negativity in your life. You have, I'm not getting the right word. You have gone through a lot. This is the right line. You have gone through a lot. Every person will say, yes, 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 you're saying right. Yes, I have gone through a lot. You have a decent family, you have got a decent family, you have got education, okay, you have got the premium education, you're working in a Google, still person will say, yes, yes, I have gone through a lot. Tell me one person who says that I have not gone through a lot, my life is really, really blissful, and I think I have not get any sacrifices in my life, I have not get any struggle in my life is pretty much easy. Tell me any person who can say this. No, no person will say that. Every person will say, yes, yes, I had a lot of struggle. If you will talk to the daughter of Bill Gates, she will also say that, yes, yes, I also had a lot of struggles in my life. And when you sell this line, you know, you can become anything in your life. You can change anything in your life to such people. So you need to understand that you basically doing the psychology there. You're not doing astrology there. Astrology talks about the truth. You're basically motivating a person. You're doing the work of a psychologist. That's why I say real astrologers. Why I mentioned in my post that only real astrologers know that how destiny and the free will work. It is by because the psychologists, people who deal in the psychology, psychoanalysis, astrology. I say that you are a psychologist. You are an astrologist. Even if you will go to them and I will say, you know, I want to become the president of the United States. They will say, yes, yes, you can become. You have a look, you have a Jupiter in this house, you have a Saturn in this house. They will start actually explaining and relating, connecting the points to your dreams. Oh, you have Saturn in the Aquarius. Oh, that's so good. I have a Saturn in Aquarius. That's good. Saturn stay in a particular sign for the 2.5 years. And there must be million of people who were born in that 2.5 years. Anyways, let's come to the back to the point. So how to see in which area of your life you have free will and in which area of your life you don't have the free will. The first test is check the dignity of your moon. If your moon is really good, then you have all over probability to have free will, a more free will than the others. Okay. If you don't have a very good moon, and what's the remedy for making your moon good? Just suppose if you are very afflicted, if you have, okay, and you want to have free will in your life. So what's the way for that? The way is because who is the best friend, like which planet is the best friend of the moon? Who will tell me this? Which planet is the best friend of the moon? Come on, come on, come on, guys. That's a very easy question. Angela, Liana, anyone? Are you even there? Or
Yes,
have
I'm
you
here. I'm
used your?
thinking.
I thought you have
I have
used
a
your
guess,
free
but
will.
I'm not sure. And I have
Yeah,
a guess, but I'm not
give me a
sure.
guess. Give me a guess. Give me a guess.
I was thinking between Sun or Jupiter. I don't know.
Sorry, I was just giving dinner to my husband. The sun and Mercury are both friends to the moon.
Best friend of the moon. I'm asking for the best friend.
I was going errands here. I was thinking something very, very strange. And
Yeah,
you're
what?
gonna kill me, I think that the best friend of the moon, as far as the moon is about things that oscillate a lot and can stabilize the moon, I would go for Saturn.
Oh wait,
No.
who is also the friend of the of the moon? Because they
Sorry?
always, there's like something about the mythology. I said, oh no, never mind. I just confused two things. Never mind.
Okay. Jupiter is the best friend of the moon. Jupiter is the best friend of the moon. And what Jupiter represents? Now, please don't hold yourself on this. What Jupiter represents?
Wait, really? But Parashara says that the moon is the Jupiter is neutral to the moon.
No. If the Jupiter is neutral to the moon, why Jupiter is getting exalted in the sign of Cancer?
Yeah, that's true. It's a good question. I think Jupiter is guru. Jupiter.
Sometimes planets get exalted in the signs of planets that they're neutral to. I mean, Mars doesn't get exalted in a planet, but it doesn't. But I'll just accept it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Jupiter actually represents the spirituality, intellectual, okay, the higher wisdom. All these things represents by the Jupiter. That's why even in the classics, every sages have said, and this is and everyone actually advises, if you have a very afflicted home, try to learn much and much higher wisdom in your life, trying to with those kind of a people who have much better intellect, who have much better knowledge, who are more wiser than you, so that you can start absorbing their nature, absorbing their intellect, absorbing their wiseness. Okay, that's a remedy for the moon. That's why, if a person is having a very afflicted mood, so such kids and the such childrens and even the such person should have very selected few friends around them, because they are very influential, because anyone can influence them very easily, because moon is weak. No, moon is weak. Nothing is my will. Everyone is the surrounding will. So whatever you want, I will do that if I have a weak moon. Okay. So the first thing is you have to check the dignity of your, and the second point is, if you have to see in which part of your life you have less, like in this part, just suppose in the relationship part, you doesn't have any free will. Doesn't matter how much dedicated, how much disciplined, how much strong-minded you are. Okay, but just suppose if you're into the relationship, and you don't have any free will there, so how it can happen? So you need to see that. Make your chart, see your chart first of all from the ascendant. Okay. So wherever the malefics, and see what are the good points in your chart, what are the bad points in your chart. Okay. So like if 7th house is having a lot of malefic planets, Saturn, Mars, Rahu, Ketu. Okay, it's sitting there. Western people use their own planets. Okay, Neptune, Uranus. So first check the chart from the ascendant. Okay. Note down the good points and the bad points. Then make the chart as an ascendant from the position of a sun. So just suppose if you have a sun in the 3rd house, okay. Now see the chart by making sun as an ascendant. Okay, and then see again the 7th house. Is there any malefics present in the 7th house? From the sun, like from the sun position. Okay, and then go to moon. Now make your moon position as your ascendant, and then again check the good points and the bad points by the moon ascendant. And still you have malefics in the 7th from the moon, or 7th house is afflicted. That means no matter what you do in your life, no fucking matter what you do in your life, your marriage, your relationship will get somehow, because there is no free will.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you count the waning moon as a malefic?
No.
Okay. So that means
Mars,
that every time,
malefics are Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. Okay.
I know, but there's different definitions that's why I was asking how you counted. I also, so that means that every time there's a full moon in a chart, in a birth chart, that means that automatically that rule that you just said applies, and that person, people with full moons in their birth charts are going to have less free will because the sun is a malefic and it's opposite the moon.
Yeah, new moon people have that issue. New moon people have that issue. But there's a catch. There's a lot of PNCs are there to see the dignity of any planet, to see the affliction of any planet. Just suppose you are having a new moon. Either you're having a new moon in the sign of Taurus and the sign of the Cancer. The moon will get much better strength there. Okay, in the sign of Taurus, in the sign of Cancer also. Okay, it represents in which sign the new moon is happening in the chart. Again, the dispositor of that sign, just suppose you are having new moon in the Aries sign. Sun is getting exalted there, moon is getting more weaker there, but Mars is getting exalted because Aries dispositor is Mars. The lord of Aries is Mars. Okay, this conjunction is happening in the Aries. If the lord of Aries is getting exalted, okay, then moon will get some strength.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then you have to see the Navamsha. The moon is, what is the position of moon in Navamsha? Okay, that's how you see the dignity of the moon. So person is having afflicted moon will have less free will. A person is having no affliction to the moon will be having more free will. But to see in which part of your life you have more free will or less free will, you have to see, first see the ascendant, then see the sun ascendant, then see the moon ascendant. And if any particular, just suppose the fifth house is for your children's. Okay, the fifth house from the ascendant, from the moon, and from the sun is getting afflicted or is getting lot of malefics from the three of the ascendant. That means doesn't matter what you do, you will face problem while conceiving, you will face problem of for having a child. Miscarriages, abortions can happen. Is the miscarriages in your hand? Abortion is in your hand, but sometimes due to the circumstances, sometimes the abortion even is not in your hand. So that's how you see it. Okay. Let me open some chart. Of, if I let me open my favorite chart, Albert Einstein. And one third point which I want to say that you need to remember this. There are 7 happinesses. There are 7 happiness in the life of a human being. 7 major happiness in the life of a human being. The first happiness is of having a good health, a good body, a healthy body. Okay. Note down these 7 points. Okay. If you can note it. The first is your healthy body. The second is your family. Like you are having good parents. You are having a good childhood. Okay. Good parents are really important. Third is you are having a good career. You are having the money in your life. Okay. The fourth is you are having a really good partner, a loyal partner, a good partner which can grow you. Fifth is education. If you have everything, but you are not educated, you don't have knowledge, you don't have anything, you can't actually do a lot of things in your life. So your education, good partner, good parents, healthy family. Okay. And the sixth is happiness of the children. Okay. And the seventh is happiness from your children. There's a difference between happiness of the children. Happiness of the children is, oh, I'm not having my baby, I'm not able, I don't have any baby, I don't have any kids, I don't have any children. Okay. So having a kid, having a children is another happiness. Okay. But just suppose you have a kid and you are getting old. You are getting old, your pensions are already over, and because when you reach into the old age, okay, you need support of someone. You want that your kids should at least give some concerns to you or some respect to you. Okay, so happiness from the children. So these are the seven happiness in the life of a human being, seven happinesses. And no one, no fucking person on this earth, even you, me, anyone, no person who has born in this human form, even the gods who has born in this human form, can't have these seven happinesses of the life. Okay, so either you and me will definitely suffer at least one happiness out of these list of seven happinesses of the life. Okay, why I'm telling you is that because that the area will be in which you will have the least free will. And how to see the least free will? Make the ascendant, make the sun ascendant, make the moon ascendant, and check which houses are getting afflicted or affected commonly in the all of the three ascendants, all of the three charts. Okay, so I will show you one example of Albert Einstein birth chart. Let me open his chart.
I have a question really quick. I
Yeah,
read somewhere, and I'm not sure if it's correct or not. I read that certain nakshatras are also known to have no free will. Is that true or false?
yeah. Nakshatra is, nakshatra actually helps you to find the karmic level of everything. Okay, so I will not say that every nakshatra will not give you the free will. Okay, it's not like that, but you're definitely well, like that statement which you are talking about, it is basically have said because the nakshatra actually represents the lot of the karma. So basically, nakshatra are like your karmic accounts. So a lot of people, that's why they said you don't have free will in the nakshatra, but it's not like that. It's not like that because there are the 27 nakshatra, and any planet has to fall in a particular nakshatra. So it will not be like the every planet will not have any free will. It won't be like that. Take the chart of anyone, take the chart of any person in this world who has who has become like who has changed the world and who has done a lot of struggle in his life, just like the Abraham Lincoln. Okay, I've not tested it, but I'm completely confident about it. Take the chart of anyone, either the Abraham Lincoln, either Mahatma Gandhi, either anyone. You will find the moon will be fucking strong. You can't make a revolution with a weak moon. 41 79, and The birth time is 11:30. And the place of birth is okay. Okay. Now, if you see, okay, let me share my screen. This is the chart of, if you can see, this is the chart of Albert Einstein. Okay, who? Albert Einstein. So we all know that Albert Einstein has born in Germany. I hope I'm not wrong. And then he shifted to the US, correct? He has fled his country. He has left his country because of the political reasons, and then he gets settled in the US. And what he did, he was a scientist, correct? Okay. So now tell me one thing. He was forced to leave the country. Okay. So that means if he was forced to leave his country, that means it was not his free will. He was forced to do that. There was no scope of free will in that area. Okay. So if you see, which house represents your motherland?
The fourth, right?
Fourth actually represents your house, your home. Okay, wherever you live. Second house represents the birthplace. Okay, so if you see, or even if you see from the fourth house, I will tell you, first of all, the Ketu is in the second house. Ketu is in the second house. Second house is for your speech. Second house is for your speech also. And if you read about the Albert Einstein on the Google, you will find that he was not able to speak at the age of 6 or 7 years. He has started speaking very lately. Okay. And if you see, who is the Lord of the fourth house? Who is the Lord of the fourth house? Okay, even tell me. Sorry?
The fourth, sorry. The fourth is Virgo. The Lord
Virgo.
Mercury.
Mercury. If you see, Mercury is getting debilitated here. Fourth house, debilitated here. So homeland, your home, where you have born. Okay. That's getting debilitated here. Okay. Now, if you see, okay, now you take the sun as ascendant. So sun is the 10th house. Okay, make it as your ascendant. The chart is same. I have just revolved it by making sun as the ascendant. So sun has come in this house. Okay. Now tell me, who is the ruler of the fourth house?
The ruler of the fourth house is Mercury.
Again, Mercury. Mercury is getting debilitated.
The 12th house.
Is it correct or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Mercury is getting debilitated, correct? So can you see that even from the ascendant, Mercury is getting debilitated. Like even from the ascendant, the fourth house lord is Mercury and it is getting debilitated. Even from the sun, the fourth house lord again is Mercury and it's again getting debilitated. Okay. So out of the three factors, the ascendant, sun, and the moon, we have got the 2 factors negative for related with the home, related with the house. So that's why if you see, he has lived with his aunt. His childhood was not very good. Okay. And if you go as a moon as the ascendant, now it has become the moon as the ascendant. If you see Jupiter is there. Okay. So Jupiter must be like, Jupiter should be the very good planet. And in the sign of Aquarius. Okay. But if you see the Lord of the fourth house, who will become the Lord of the fourth house?
This is Saturn.
This is Saturn.
Saturn.
Okay. Yeah. Saturn is in the sign of Pisces. Pisces represents the natural 12th house. Okay. The natural 12th house. And what's the natural 12th house? Is what the natural 12th house represents. Who will tell me that?
Foreign lands.
Foreign lands. So where he has gone? He has gone to the foreign land. Because moon is showing that something is little bit positive relative to the sun and the ascendant. The sun ascendant and to the main ascendant. Okay. From the moon ascendant, it is little bit much better. So he got mental peace in the US. Okay. But due to his ascendant and due to his sun ascendant. So what the sun represents? Sun represents the government. Sun represents the dictator, the king. Who was the king at that time? Hitler. Who has forced him to move to the US? The fear of the Hitler, the fear of the dictator, the fear of the sun. So can you see it? Can you understand? Can you relate? Even if you see Jupiter is, why the Jupiter is not able to save that much? Because Jupiter is also again into the karmic sign, to the Navangsha. Okay. So that's how you see the things. His relationships were very bad. His relationships were very bad. Okay. So if you make, do you know he got married to his own sister? Yeah. He got married to his cousin sister. Sorry, what you said?
I want to ask again about why did you mean Jupiter couldn't save him because Jupiter, in comparison to the moon as an ascendant chart?
If you will see the karmic planets, there is a video of the karmic planets on the YouTube. It's of the 3 hours. I have explained in detail that how to see the karmic planets. Okay, so Jupiter is big according to that rule, according to that concept of that video. Jupiter is becoming the karmic here. So that's why he has not much free will. Even just suppose if Jupiter is not even the karmic here. So out of the 3 points, out of the ascendant chart, out of the sun ascendant chart, and out of the moon ascendant chart, okay, it is getting out of these 3 charts, the 2 charts are showing the malefics are there, or the 4th house is weak, basically. So this definitely shows that this person has to go to the foreign. This person has to settle to some other land. It can either be a good reason, it can either be a bad reason. Doesn't matter, but person will go there. He will not have any free will. Just suppose if Angela is working in a company right now, okay, and if her company is saying that you know, Angela, we are moving to Australia. You have to go. You have to work from Australia now. So if she has a lot of liabilities on her shoulder, if she is in the debt, if she has to pay the loan and a lot of other things, definitely she doesn't have free will in that. She will accept it. Okay, I accept this offer, and wherever you will send me, I will go. So that's the destiny. And that's why we astrologers are able to predict. I never predict in that area in which the person has the free will. That's why when you go to any Vedic astrologer, they talks about the bad events of your life. At this age, you will get an operation. At this age, you will get married. At this age, there will be a problem in your career. So what they actually see, the sun ascendant, the moon ascendant, and your ascendant, and they do calculation from all these three ascendants, and then they give you the bullseye predictions. If any transit, if any transit is showing that from the perspective of the three ascendants that this event is going to happen, then definitely it will happen. Yeah. Anyone raise the hand? Tiffany? Yeah. Ask me.
Yes, I was wondering whether, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, great. I was wondering whether or not people do calculations from other points in the chart other than the sun, moon, and ascendant. Like, do people are there calculations from Jupiter, from Mercury, from other points in the chart?
Because the sun and the moon are, sun represents your soul and moon represents your mind. Okay. So if anything is convicted from your soul, from your mind, and from your body, it is bound to happen. Have you got your answer? Can you understand it? Like, should I?
No, I understand what you're saying. And this is not a technique that you're talking about, but when I was a child, my grandmother taught me about casting lots. And so she used a lot of other calculations. And from what I understand, that's the Arabic procedure. So when you mention, all of these different calculations and points, I just wanted to know, did that have a tie in here so that I could bring some of that knowledge to this particular art? But from what you're saying, it's not really relevant in this aspect. That's something I'll have to develop at a later time. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, but like if you have a question like why we are not considering other planets, it's just because sun represents your soul, moon represents your mind, ascendant represents your body. So if you have anything which is convicted by the soul, moon, and the body, it is bound to have happened. Okay. Any confusion on this? Any other questions?
No, thank you. That's very clear. Thank you.
Anyone do you guys have any other question or should I end it?
Just one more question.
Yeah.
So malefic planets, when you change the ascendant with the sun and the moon, you look for malefic planets, right? In the houses. Yeah. What about if those malefic planets are, I don't know, exalted? Will they manifest as destiny, free will, or somewhere in between? How will they manifest?
If malefics are exalted there, so they will definitely give you a lot of free will. The point is not about the malefics or the benefics. The point is about the afflictions. The point is about if you are looking for the 7th house or if you're looking for the 4th house, just suppose we have seen the chart of the Albert Einstein. The 4th house lord was becoming the Mercury from even the sun and even from the ascendant. Mercury is a benefit planet. Mercury is a good planet. Okay. But Mercury was getting debilitated there. So he was losing the strength there. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you have the benefic planet associated there or malefic planet associated there, you have to see the affliction of that house or affliction of that planet. What's the dignity of that planet? Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Now we see that there is a difference between what is your free will, and if you ever have it, and the other thing, what we call it's your fate. It's the task or something that you have to experience in this life. So if I'm dealing with my client, and I, of course, come across this, there's something in his chart, how can I, what is the best approach to, I'm not even talking whether there is a remedy, what is the best approach to address? Because of course the person wants to be, as you said, a writer or marry someone he's not actually able to. And how do we present this, and whether there is a remedy or something we could.
Yeah, a nice question. So just suppose you are saying that, just like I have said to that girl, look, you can keep doing the writing, but don't expect any money in return of it. Okay, so first give them the truth. The second thing is, just suppose if you are telling them, okay, you can meet an accident. Okay, your chart is showing that this year you can meet your accident. Okay, you can even use this either sun, the moon, and the ascendant technique even in the progression charts. Go to the progression charts, see the progression from the moon ascendant, see the progression of the progressions from the sun ascendant, and then the main ascendant. If it is showing that the person can have accident in this year, okay, then tell that person, because if something is represented by the fate, it can never ever be skipped. Okay, so just suppose a person has came to me and that chart is showing that this person is going to have some accident this year. So I will say that to that person, look, there are some chances that you can have accident in this year. So I will look for that planets who are making that happen in the chart. So Mars Saturn combination, Rahu Mars combinations, Mars Ketu combinations. Mars is generally present in the accidents. Okay, so I will tell that, okay, you do the remedy of this planet, and especially between this month to this month, take care of your health, take care of your routine. Like if you're going by the car, start going to the office by the public vehicle, so that there can be the less chances of the accidents. Even after doing the remedies, the intensity of anything will get significantly changed. I have used this technique even for myself, even for my clients. I have used these techniques. You actually can't skip that event. Like accident definitely will happen. So just suppose a person was supposed to have accident, like he was to hit by the car. Okay, his car was going to hit by the car. But after doing the remedy, what will happen? That you may slip from your stairs. Okay, may slip from the stairs, or you can got any cut over your hand, okay, by some accident. But like the small accident can happen, but accident will happen. The intensity of the accident, either it will be the small accident or the big accident, it will get changed. So you can modify the event, but you can never ever skip that event. And you can modify it by the remedies. Okay. Any question, Tiffany? Liana?
No, thank you very much.
I had a quick question,
Thank you.
Pratil.
Yeah.
So you know how you were saying that Jupiter is the friend of the moon. So what if you have an afflicted Jupiter? Does that make it a not so good moon?
No, if you have even afflicted Jupiter, but just suppose if you have afflicted moon also, afflicted Jupiter also, then still the remedies of the Jupiter will work, because it will also, because you need to understand that moon is dependable on other planets. Okay, just like moon is dependable on the sun for the light in the night. Okay, in the same manner, moon is dependable on the other planets for its strength. Okay, so if your Jupiter is afflicted, try to make your Jupiter good. okay, by doing the remedies of the Jupiter, then your moon will also start becoming good also.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Venus is also benefic to the moon. Mercury is also a friend to the moon. So you can make your Venus also strong. You can make your Mercury also strong to make your moon is good. It depends on the actually chart. This is the rule which I'm telling you. It's a general rule. Okay. So it's like I'm saying, if you have a fever, take a paracetamol. But just suppose if you have allergy from the paracetamol, it will be deadly for you. Okay. So that's we see from the chart. Like, do we need to do the remedies of Jupiter in this chart or not? That we see. Because if you see the chart of Albert Einstein, okay, this is the chart of Albert Einstein. If you see the eighth lord is becoming the Saturn. If I will say to the Albert Einstein, look, you are my client, okay, you are having issues related with the government, start doing the remedies of Saturn. He will fall into the more of the trouble. Because 8th lord and the 6th lord and the 12th lord, the remedies of these lords shouldn't be done. Like, I mean to say, you shouldn't make these lords strong, the 6th house, 8th house, and the 12th house. Okay, is it clear?
Okay. Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to try on my chart. Just need to know how to shift, the ascendant to the moon and the sun, because I missed that point.
Yeah, you can come here, and what you can do is
I'm not very
to
fit
click.
today.
Yeah, click on any house from which you want to
Okay.
see. Okay, so just suppose sun is there. So click on this house, and you will get option show chart from this house.
Okay. Yes.
Just click on this, it will rotate the house. Go to the moon, moon will show it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
What program is that? Is that Jagannath Aura?
Yeah, this is Jagannath Hora.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Okay, any other question, guys? Do you have?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Let me just share the one story. I think I have already shared it with the Liana and the Angela, but I have not shared it with other. This is the last story which I will tell you, and then we will end up this webinar. So it will actually explain you that how the destiny works. So there was a guy who was learning astrology under someone, okay, and he has visited his guru, his teacher, with his friend, okay. So the friend of that person has asked the question to his guru that what career I will do, or will I ever able to make money? So his guru said, you don't worry about it. Even if you will not do the work, you will get the food. So he said, how it can be possible? This is something stupid. If I will not do the work, how I will get the money? If I will not do the work, how will I get the food? So he said, let me test this. So that I will go to the forest. I will go to the jungle. So he went to a forest, and he climbed up the tree, and he sit there, and he was waiting. I'm not doing anything. I'm not even in my city. I'm in the forest. Let me see how the food will come to me here. Okay. So what happened? A person was passing nearby that tree. That person stopped there, and that person has left a pot of a food, and he rested beneath the tree, and the next day he has left. And that person who was testing uh, all this was still sitting on the tree, okay. And he noticed that this person who was taking rest under the tree has left a pot of a food because a fragrance of the food was coming into his nose or his mouth. Okay, so he got to know that it has something related with the food. But he said, I will not eat it. I will not eat it because your guru has said, even if you will not do anything, people will come and they will feed food to your mouth. They will feed food in your mouth by their hands. So he said, I will still not eat this food. Okay. Then after some hours, a couple of robbers, a gang of robbers came there. Okay. And they were resting under the tree and they have noticed there is a pot of a food. Okay. So the one robber was laying like this on the ground and he was looking up in the sky. He noticed that one person is sitting on the tree. He said, oh master, just before eating this pot of the food, just wait. There is a guy sitting on the tree. I think he has put a trap for us. He has put a trap for us so that we can eat this food, eat this poisonous food and die. Okay. So he said, master, first let's talk to that person. So master has the leader of the gang has said, okay, come down. So that person has came down from the tree and the leader of the gang has said, eat this food from the pot and prove us it is not poisonous. He said, I will not eat it. The more he is saying, I will not eat this food, more giving the indication towards that this food is poisonous. And if he will eat the food, then the statement of his guru will get true. That even if you will not do anything, people will come and they will feed food into your mouth. So finally, he couldn't do anything in front of the 6 to 7 robbers, and he has to eat the food just to prove that this food is not poisonous. So that's the destiny. That's the destiny. Even if you will try your free will, that's destiny. If destiny has decided that it will give you the food, it will give you the food anyhow. Doesn't matter what. Okay, so that was a story from my side to make it understand more clear.
No, I get it. I think it's for me, for example, that I'm from one side, on an area where you do instill a lot of ability to change your chart, which is really difficult to deal with, because people do expect to change things. They do change places, like, you know, like for the solar return and this kind of stuff. And sometimes it doesn't bring anything, actually. You will find your destiny wherever you are. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another question, or if you don't have any question, you can guys give me the feedback about this. Like, have you liked this webinar or not? Or is there any confusion? Thanks, Angela.
I like it a lot. It's always something new to me. And I'm going to check all my charts right now. I hope I'm not making too many mistakes, because I want to see this, what is all about me.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
moving.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to try it out. Exactly the same thing I'm thinking. Thank you so much, Doctor. That was really amazing. A very amazing class as usual. I learned a lot. I actually took a lot of notes if anyone is interested. So thank you so much. No, I took notes. I took notes. Everything you said, I noted down.
Okay. Tiffany and SF4. I don't know the name of SF4.
Oh, thank you. No, you answered a lot of questions. You cleared some things up and you provided a lot of insight. So I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you for this forum. So thank you.
as a whole, do you have any question or any feedback for me? Hello.
Thank you, Pretel, for sharing with us.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So I'm ending up this webinar. Take care and all the best. Take care of yourself. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice evening.